What are university league tables? If you're a Year 12 student or a Year 13 student or even an older student, you might come across university league tables. Today we're going to be looking at what they are and what you've got to be careful of. So without any further ado, I'm going to need some props. So these are our props. Now you might be wondering why I have a tray and a ball. Let me explain. So university league tables contain data about universities and university courses. Basically, the universities and the courses are ranked in order of best to not so good. So, a bit like with sports league tables. Now, from looking at the different league tables, you'll find there's so many different league tables out there, and you'll see some of the web links we put behind you that will give you an idea of which ones are out there. Now, with many of these league tables, what you've got to be careful of is that the data is actually weighted. So they get the data of what university students have gone on to do once they finish their degree. And they take that, and that's the flat level. But what they then do is they then weight the data. So they weight it towards whatever it is that they want to measure. So for example, some university league tables measure student satisfaction. They make that the most important thing. So those universities that score higher on student satisfaction, they end up being higher in the league table. Now, but other league tables, they might weight for things like research quality, the amount of money that's spent on research involved with those courses, so particularly science courses and those looking at the STEM subjects, that becomes quite heavily weighted in that direction. And so the universities that do better with research are then weighted that way. So it really depends on what the success measure for each league table is as to how the data is weighted. So for example, if you're not that bothered by student satisfaction, you might not want to look at a league table that makes that the most important feature. If, however, you're really bothered by, say, for example, graduate outcomes, you might want to make that the most important thing. But you've got to be careful of this built-in bias into the league tables. And this is why, when you look at the different league tables, you will find that different universities and different courses feature at the top of those league tables and conversely feature at the bottom. Now then, let me just get rid of these. So, what does this mean for you when you're researching your university courses using league tables? Basically, what we're saying is, do use those league tables because there's loads of them out there and they're really helpful. But be careful and be cautious of the data you're looking at. Now, you might be sitting there going, well, where can I find some data that hasn't got any weighting to it? Well, the website you need to look at is Discover Uni, and that's provided by the government. The data there is without any inherent bias, so there's no weighting. So you can really drill down as to how different courses have performed. Now, the other bit you've got to be cautious of, whether you're using the Discover Uni website or any of the other league tables that are out there, that past performance is only an indicator of future success. It isn't a guarantee. So it can help us map what students have done in the past, but it can't guarantee that that's what's going to happen in the future. So be a little bit careful and make sure you use other sources to support your research, like Open Days. Now, if you're interested in Open Days, check out our Open Day video, and it'll tell you what you need to go and find out. All the best.